We live.
We live.
We live.
Welcome back to the BRP 835 live.
835.
Club 835. We still calling it that?
I call it that.
Shouts out to people who are new. We used to, back before we had more YouTube people, we used to play. There was some Thursdays where we would start the stream at like 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Just playing R&B. It was a problem.
I feel like we did that twice since I've been on, and we haven't done that in a long time.
It's them copyrights.
We would ones was fun.
We would do the live, and then once we were done, it would be like, this can't be online. Right. You can't do that. You can't play 15 Mary J. Blige songs in a half hour and expect us to keep your video up. But it was cool because the live would go once we were done, and the video was like, yeah, you can't be up. Then we would put the pod back up, but we would have to figure. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin, pay the 1, pay the 10. We've not had a mix up there in a minute. It may have been WrestleMania time, but it may have been before that. It may have been a minute ago. So I don't know. Peace to the chat. Who's in? Wait, I didn't even check out the chat. Shouts to D Skills.
What up, dude?
Shouts to Kels. KW in the building. Twan, I saw the homie Raincoats sent a clip on Twitter. There was 2 ladies that was scrapping at the Dunkin' Exxon in Trenton. It legit say hashtag Trenton, New Jersey, and it's 2 little quick videos. They was scrapping though.
That's like Twan is from the Jersey.
That's the shit. Huh?
Twan is from the Jersey, right?
Yeah, Twan from my area. Like high key from my area. Twan is 609 for real. I've never been to the Dunkin' Donuts at the Exxon Mobil though, but apparently
that's where he's from.
I mean, that's where the fight was. I don't know why they was fighting though. I only saw it. Matter of fact, hold up. You
gonna pull up the damn fight?
No, I'm gonna tag him in the tweet. I don't know if I could show. Let me do this later. There's too much going on right now. Matter of fact, let me just share it. I'll share the fight in the chat. I'm not gonna Trenton Dunkin' Donuts fight like a motherfucker. I don't think I can play the video without getting like YouTube being like, no,
right?
You bad,
right? Bad boy.
You're bad. Because that's how it goes sometimes.
Don't you do that?
See, indeed, for real. We've been, and that's how. Again, that's what would happen when we would have the music playing before the show. All types of.
When was the last time we got C&D? It's been a minute, right?
We didn't get. There's been a couple times where like WWE has caught a Yami, but I haven't done it in a while. That one time, because I thought I would be able to like, oh, here's the video. We're explaining what's going on in the video, but it's also context to the conversation. It just so happened that the way I explained, yeah, that's a fact. The Elimination Chamber. No, the kickoff. Was it the Elimination Chamber kickoff or Mania XL kickoff? Whichever one of those kickoffs we got seed indeed during the live. It was a Blafties.
Oh yes, I remember.
Yeah, was that
my bright idea. Let's watch it live.
Shouts to Creek. I saw Creek out there in the mix on the Instagram. That's how I know it's warm weather. Yeah, it's tough. You try stuff. I say I try it, and then like 12 minutes later, they was in the chat. Oh, the stream is down. y'all offline because you got seed indeed. Yeah, my fault.
I didn't even know that we was offline. Y'all told me.
I knew it when shit came up in the chat. I want to take a temperature check in the chat because one thing I learned today. Actually, Brother Math didn't speak on it, but I'm assuming he's on the right side of history with this one. But I found out today that damn near everybody in the Black Rasslin Podcast is fans of the 1994 classic, A Low Down Dirty Shame. Hey, DDM. I didn't know that everybody held such a, like...
I watched it today.
I did too. Shame.
It ain't my fault you started driving in your sleep and started beating. Peaches, bring me back a relaxer. And you was regular. Last time you bought me Supergirl.
His hair was fried too.
Fried.
His hair was blonde like this.
Laszlo.
Shouts to Kel.
Laszlo Rain.
Peace. Y'all saw it when it came out?
I did. I saw it in the movie theater with my boyfriend at the time.
Yes. We used to always watch it. Me and my cousin, we was way too young to be watching that movie, first of all.
Yeah.
But I used to love it, especially in the beginning when she opening the hotel doors and the
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Work 'em, girl. And I'll be like,
work 'em.
yeah.
Oh, you know what I found out? It used to be. I was because someone said you need to watch it. It came up on Tubi. Like when I searched A Low Down Dirty Shame, but it's not available on Tubi. It used to be on Tubi. Because I damn sure was gonna be like, go to Tubi.
Why you do that, Bernard? Raymond, you slut.
You see,
Wow.
Bernard was ready to creep with Shane though.
Yes.
He said, if you want some
Bernard
cream in your coffee,
Mm.
holla at your boy.
That was a great
Jesus
movie.
Christ.
I watched it on and off because, you're working and you got to kind of like stop it. It was like a stop and go type thing. But it was a really good movie. Really, like, it was so campy. It's like, it's so funny watching those movies now and seeing the editing, how the editing is so bad, but it's so good.
I see. The thing is like, and Brother Fam knows this as well. There's a certain section of movies that are trash, but they're classics. I'm not sure if A Low Down Dirty Shame is a trash classic though. I was trying to figure it out today. I don't know if it's
it's not like the best, but it's a rewatchable.
That film has like 100% replay. I could throw that on right now.
Right.
It's just that good, and it's quick. A minute or an hour 40 minutes. Like that movie flies by. Blank Man is a trash classic. Belly's a trash classic.
It is.
Belly's. I think Justin Rich is right there. Belly is probably a great depth. That's a really.
What?
Belly's a beautiful movie.
In my opinion, I think Belly's a beautiful movie too. I think Belly is a hodgepodge. It's a hodgepodge of trash and good acting.
Good acting from who?
DMX.
Yeah. That's about it.
He's good.
That's where it starts and stops.
Yeah. I love my Nas, but
has he acted in it? Did Nas do anything after acting wise? Let's see.
Native Son?
He had a.
Was it Nativity? Was it Nativity? Not Native Son. Native Son is the album.
Oh, I don't. Was he Jesus?
No, it was like this. Though when they do those rendition movies,
he wasn't Jesus.
I don't know if it was Jesus. I didn't see it.
Black Nativity
on Broadway. Black Nativity. Yeah,
he was. He's listed as Street Prophet, parentheses Isaiah.
I never saw that.
That's from 2013.
He was in Too Deep for a short scene.
I don't remember. Did he die? I'm saying like In Too Deep. He was literally all right. IMDb literally has his character listed as drug dealer on street corner (parentheses uncredited). He may not have died. They made it just like what?
Hold on. How did you remember that though?
I've not watched In Too Deep in a minute. Nas went to Africa. Yeah, he just dipped to Africa. Wouldn't you?
Africa's far.
Africa's far.
Africa is far. He was in Belly and Deep, Picker, John Q, Uptown Girls, Black Nativity, Waltz, Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping, Monster.
I couldn't tell you.
I
saw him in Belly and didn't need to see him acting ever again. Belly's a trash classic. Is Blank Man a trash classic?
It's not a classic.
Thank you. I don't know if I'm. It felt weird seeing that in the chat. No disrespect to movies y'all love, but I don't.
So plain.
That's probably a trash classic. Yeah, that's probably a trash classic.
Not a trash
classic.
I've not watched it to know. To be honest with you,
it's hilarious. You gotta watch it. How many times I gotta talk about it before y'all watch it?
A lot. It was on BET, and I was kind of high. This was years ago. I was kind of high watching on BET, and they were just dipping between people in their seats and shit. I know what the fuck. It was the middle. I know what was going on. Blood In, Blood Out's not a trash movie. That's just a classic. I don't know if Don't Be a Menace is a classic. Is it a classic? I also don't know if it's trash.
I listened to that conversation on Don't Be a Menace. I listened to the conversation.
Meteor Man.
Meteor Man's not trash.
So Plain is funny.
Is it a classic?
I don't know if it's a classic. That's the thing. Like, it's got, like, you gotta, the movie, if we're talking about a trash class, at a certain point, it's either got to be trash or classic.
I'm Gonna Get You Sucker? Or is that just a classic?
I don't think that's... I'm Gonna Get You Sucker's a better film than, what you call? Shane.
I don't think so.
You don't think I'm Gonna Get You Sucker's a better film than Shane?
Yeah, I'm speaking because Go Down Dirty Shame plot-wise has a way solid plot. There's a beginning, a middle, an end. There's a story. There's a heavy. It's like, as far as the construction of the film.
So I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Yes, it's not a better movie in general than I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Niggas wearing gold chains. They got to stop Mr. Biggs. He got to assemble a squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, art is subjective, but I disagree. I don't agree with that. I'm Going to Get You Sucker is iconic, but as far as a film is concerned, it is not.
DDM, what's more iconic? I'm Gonna Get You Sucker or Jada Pinkett Smith?
Now you just trolling.
I'm asking the question. I'm asking the question based off of two things you said was iconic today. I'm just paying attention.
If you talk to children today, they still know who Jada Pinkett Smith is. They're not going to know I'm Going to Get You Sucker.
They know Jada Pinkett based off of...
It's not about how.
No, I'm asking.
What iconic?
It's based off a celebrity?
Marriage.
I'm just asking.
Y'all let her discredit that lady.
Well, you said the kids. What the kids?
There's two icon livings in that house. Neither one of them is shape.
Damn. I'm sorry, DDM.
Who's the other icon?
The one that called himself the icon living.
What you
Box
call
Smarter Boy. Booty Call might qualify as a trash classic. That's a good call. That's a good call. Baps is a good call.
Yes.
You saying it's trash? The movie's trash?
Trash classic. Woo?
Woo is just trash.
Yep, 100%.
CB4 is probably CB4 is a trash classic. I knew Jada Pinkett Smith because I saw her in concert with Wicked Wisdom, JK, but it is her love. Yeah.
Will and Willow.
Is Willow classic? Willow an icon?
No.
People like that album.
She got a very dope album out right now. Yeah. How would they say?
Oh, I haven't heard it. Is it good?
We're going around these words, icon and legend, very loose.
So
I don't.
You said it twice today. That's why I was asking.
When did I say it?
You said Jada Pinkett Smith was iconic, and then you said that
Low Down Dirty Shame.
you said she was iconic today.
Mm-hmm.
you did.
You know what?
She kind of is. She's had several legendary moments from A Different World to
Low Down Dirty Shame.
Jason's Lyric, A Low Down Dirty Shame. She was in The Inkwell. She had several good television moments. I mean, I think the thing is, people have a tendency to grade careers based on the highest level. And the reality is there are a lot of actors who haven't had one successful television show.
Facts.
There are a lot of actors who haven't had one successful movie. She's had several. Hawthorne ran for several seasons. Gotham ran for several seasons. So I think we need to be careful when we just kind of discredit and reduce a person to being somebody's spouse. It's just like with J-Lo, right? I got very annoyed this week because people were very disregarding to that lady. I'm not saying she's a nice person, because if we went off of who was a nice person, we wouldn't have no Aretha Franklin records. If we're basing it off of that.
Right.
We're looking at the body of work and the talent. Is J-Lo a singer? No, she is not. But she's a hell of a dancer. She has had several great acting moments, and that lady has managed to stick around for a couple of decades.
Right.
I think the problem with this conversation is lack of nuance. And what I mean is,
I just stated facts.
some people are good, and that's okay. Everything don't have to be trash or iconic. Most people live in that in between.
Well, I think that's the problem, right? Like, a lot of the time, people can't. It's never. You'll have the conversation about what's the best and what's not. And a lot of the time, it's my favorite as opposed to being more objective about everything that's out there. That's why sometimes these conversations can be difficult for some people.
And maybe it's because I come from a different perspective. It's like, if I'm looking at something, like, art is subjective, right? So sometimes people just not going to like something. But I think the way that I look at a lot of things, even when I'm talking about the wrestlers, if you notice, when I critique someone, like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, they just don't got it. But I'm giving you technical reasons why it's not working. Whether it's the writing, whether it's the scripting, whether it's the presentation. I'm never just saying this person just isn't good. Now, sometimes some people aren't just good, but it takes a certain level of savvy, especially in this time, because I know I seem defensive right now. It is what it is.
No, it's just a conversation.
Yeah, we just talking right now.
In this time, people have and because I am an artist, a lot of folks think that they can just do everybody's job. And when it comes to art, especially hip hop, everybody, I can rap. I can do that. You know, and it's not always as like easy as social media and TikTok and people see one viral moment of somebody who may have struck at the right time or had the right moment, and they think, oh, okay, that just happens on a regular basis. Sexy Red is an anomaly.
Booty hole Brown? That's
not every day. That's not every person. Because I know 5 Sexy Reds in my city alone, and ain't none of them hit.
Yeah, the 15-15.
They all not Booty hole Brown.
you know. So it's very it's like with certain wrestlers, right? Like I love Ricochet. One could say, Ricochet, what have you done, right? But Ricochet's managed to stay on that roster for a long time. He's managed to, when given the chance in ring, he always delivers.
Yeah.
Is he a major title holder? No. Is he a good talker? No. Okay. But that doesn't mean that Ricochet isn't great in his own right? Because given the right spotlight, I mean, even that Royal Rumble moment he had with Logan Paul. And also, too, I look at people like that who still deliver, like Luna Vachon, for example. Luna Vachon didn't like having to put Sable over, but she always made her look good, even though she was a more talented person, right? So it all depends, but I think it takes a lot for, and I'm saying this because, you know, I had this conversation with a colleague today, and we were talking about a rapper from Baltimore, Young Moose, who's working with Kanye West.
Oh.
And he posted, and for those of you who are not from the city, that's a big deal to us because Baltimore has not had any major representation when it comes to hip hop. We just haven't.
Never?
No. You think, name one Baltimore rapper in the mainstream.
Math.
Okay.
He's from Severn.
My fault. I'm sorry.
Right. Name.
My fault.
Young Leak. I was just trying to see who Young Leak be.
Who Young Leak be? Jesus.
You can't name one.
No.
And that's wild for a city that has such a street pedigree. It's so referenced. It's so revered. As far as, like, I'm gonna tell you, don't nobody keep it real more than Baltimore City.
Facts.
That's one of the reasons why our talent could never get on, because we were getting them offers and keep it 100 with your industry ass.
Word. Wait, was there never? Wait, I'm sorry. Rock said.
I'm sitting here trying to get you to name one, and you can't.
No, I can't. But no, Rock said nobody's opening a movie off of Jada Pinkett Smith's name. Is that true?
Yes. Alone, she could be a part of a. She could build a decent ensemble cast.
Mm-hmm.
Was she technically the lead of Set It Off?
That's a good question.
I would
She's
think
definitely the lead role.
Really?
I think she was the. I think Stoney was probably the.
She had the most story.
Yeah, she was
She
the
had brother
main
storyline. She had to go see my man Mac for a couple $.
Yeah.
She was the leader of the bank crew. Yeah, she was the lead in that.
That's the one movie that I never rewatched because I feel like it was so traumatic.
Set It Off is crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't watch. I've never rewatched that, so I don't remember a lot of that.
Queen Latifah always had to put them tapes in.
And throw them out. Throw the CDs out.
Throw the shit out the window, pop that tape in.
You know, I think that movie, if the Academy was different in 1995, if culture was different, I feel like all four of them women would have been either, like, if we did Oscar nominations, I think Queen Latifah is definitely getting Best Supporting Actress nomination.
For that film, yeah.
Vivica Fox and Jada could probably go neck and neck for Best Actress, but I think Set It Off is probably Vivica's finest hour. The range that in that's probably her finest hour. Even Kimberly Elise, that death scene for her, like those ladies, all four of them should have been in the Oscar conversation. I think F. Gary Gray should have been in the directing conversation.
Always.
The music director, because that day after day, that scene, that edit of that scene with Queen Latifah's starting up the lowrider, lighting that cigarette, and the music coming on, and her riding through, and then you see her girlfriend in tears and go to that. That is a fine hour of cinema.
Antoine, I don't think you say spoil. If Antoine, if you're saying that we're giving spoilers from Set It Off, it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, my brother. It's too late. Actually, I was looking that I wanted to see how it did at the NAACP Image Awards. Both Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett Smith got nominated for lead actress, and Blair Underwood got nominated for supporting actor. None of them won.
Even with us.
Even with us. F. Gary Gray did win Best Director at the 1997 Acapulco Black Film Festival.
Hey, I stopped watching Boys in the Hood three quarters through. I don't want to see Ricky get got again.
I was watching that the other day. I watch all of them. Boys in the Hood?
Scratch off.
I gotta watch to see Trace swinging at the air.
Yeah.
All them posseing up to go try and find the cast that killed Rick.
Him swinging at the air was when he went.
That was early.
He took the sniff at Nia, didn't he?
He was
literally.
Yes, he did.
Literally.
Yes, he did. He was young, dumb, and
I think a lot of those movies from the 90s, maybe they weren't the best. There were deficiencies in some of the scripts. But even when I look at Friday, Chris Tucker should have been nominated for Best Comedic Supporting Actor in a comedy role for Friday.
But the system ain't even set up to acknowledge those types of films at any big award shows to begin with. That's the main problem, because once you know that you're not going to be able to be properly sitting in the seats there, and you also know that when you make them, because you talk about Friday, they made that themselves basically, right? Like it was a struggle to get a film like that made in the late 90s.
Here's where I get mad though, because I've been to Sundance Film Festival. I've been to all of major film festivals, right? I see how it works. And some of these indie films that people finance themselves that end up becoming award season darlings, they're financed by themselves. They don't get bought by a distributor until after they shot it. They just got a buyer for that Luther Vandross documentary. CNN just bought that.
I just saw that, yeah.
They sit and that is the lie that they tell Black people in this industry when it comes to film. It's not that your stuff isn't good enough. It's not that, you can't compete on that level. It's that they don't want you.
They don't want you.
Because some of them A24 films, they ain't all that. There are deficiencies in those scripts. And sometimes I just saw this one movie, and I'm probably killing myself, but I saw this one movie, I think I saw the TV Glove. That shit was all over the place.
Oh, I didn't see that. I've heard a lot of praise for that film, though.
It's all over the place. The ending makes absolutely no sense, and not even in the art way, because you have like the artistic shit, right? But even in the art way, I was like, and I'm a weird bitch, but I was like, what the fuck is this? And this is coming from me. You know? And that's why I get so mad when they sit and try to act like, well, Black films don't travel well overseas. That's because y'all don't want them to travel. But then I have to remember, Black people are only 13% of the population in the United States.
Yeah, it's tough enough here to get a film to that point where people may be able to see it in theaters. Then you got to get people to go see the film. And
let me address Rock. Rock, I'm not saying the overall film. But those performances, see, I'm not looking at just the film. I'm looking at an Oscar is not just for the complete film. That's why they have different categories. You have a category for best score. You have a category for cinematography. You have a category for directing. But then you have categories for best actress, best supporting. You're going to really sit up here and tell me that Queen Latifah was not worthy of a best supporting actress nomination in this?
Just that one.
You're going to really sit up here and tell me that Vivica Fox, what is the procedure when you have a gun to your fucking head? You're really going to tell me that? With a straight face?
This was up there. You'll see what the
You did just say it's okay. It's art, right?
It is, but that just is like, that's crazy.
Who was up for best leading actress? Frances McDormand won for Fargo that year at the Oscars.
They love that little movie, ain't they?
It was. I mean, I for my violent ass, I love that movie, but that's some different shit. But like, I don't think I've seen any of these other films that were up for best leading actress. Secrets and Lies, Marvin's Room. I never watched The English Patient and Breaking the Waves. What was?
English Patient was a big deal.
I remember
It was a big deal. I was not.
We ordered that movie through Blockbuster. We went, me and my girlfriends, we went to Blockbuster and we got the videotape, but The English Patient.
It was just one tape?
Fell asleep.
Yo, I always remember that era specifically of Oscar winning movies were all like never for me.
Right.
The Oscar movies are never for me. They were all artsy and crap, and I like ugh. Yeah. Like I never even watched the Oscars. I would look see who won the next day. They was like, who won? Yeah, right. I ain't watched that. That was the white people stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that kills me is that Jamie, like the shit that makes me mad. Jamie Lee Curtis, if you saw Everything Anywhere All at Once, she really beat. Even let's take Angela Bassett out because we always want to run to the race card, and I'm not talking about us, but white people. Like, just because it was Angela Bassett, right. Let's look at the other films that were in that Best Supporting Actress category.
Talk about it.
The Irish film. That lady in that, I forget the name of it, but that lady killed in that film. Jamie Lee Curtis was in Everything Anywhere All at Once for all of 5 minutes, and it was a highly shellacked cameo. And they gave her that award because Jamie Lee Curtis hadn't gotten one yet.
That was a gimme, yeah.
It up this year by giving Angela an honorary Oscar.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
That's what I be talking about. So that's why when you say Queen Latifah isn't worthy, but Jamie Lee Curtis in a highly shellacked cameo, we gonna gag over that? She gets the statue?
Yeah, right. You gagging?
Yeah, you gagging for them highly shellacked cameos?
Highly shellacked.
Kate Blanchett is who you was talking about? In Tar? You said it was an Irish movie or something where that lady killed it.
Irish movie. It wasn't Kate Blanchett. It was another lady, and I saw it because it was with Colin Farrell was in the film, and it was really good. And
I'm not sure. I didn't watch a lot of these films that year.
I always see. Here's the thing, and as you can tell, I'm a film person.
Of course.
I always watch every film that's nominated because I don't want to be that person when our people lose, saying that they just didn't want that person.
Oh, Carrie Condon in The Banshees of Inisherin.
That movie was good.
That movie killed that year too, right?
Not really. She was really good in that movie.
It got Best Picture and Best Director.
Did it?
Yeah, and 3 Globes. It had 9 nominations, but for the Oscars, but they did. I don't think they didn't get any big like solo acting.
Yeah,
Oscars,
and that's how it made me mad because, like, I always watch all the films because, like I said, I don't want to be that person that, they just say want the black person to get it. Because sometimes I watch and I'm like no shade, and I don't want to put somebody down, but this year I watched all of the movies that were nominated. Mm-hmm. That Best Supporting Actress category, while I love The Holdovers, I think it is a charming film, and it is near and dear to me. When I look at the field of Best Supporting Actress nominees,
right,
I wouldn't have given it to Divine Joy Randolph.
They like her, though.
They like her.
They like her a lot.
I like to be fair across the board.
No, I feel you.
But she didn't deserve. I'm not going to say she didn't deserve it because that's wrong.
Right.
But in the field, there
was better competition. But that's why, like, when you have the conversation about the Grammys and the Oscars about who deserved and this, that, and the third, but then, like, in your conversation, you named how Angela Bassett had to get an honorary Oscar, or like Spike Lee had to get an honorary Oscar when them years where they probably should have won, they didn't win. A lot of it is storylines. A lot of it is when I talk about life being pro wrestling, shit like this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's so, they're throwing money at stuff. There's a reason why there's only so many movies in contention. It's because those are the movies that paid to be able to have that promotional blitz to put anybody, whether it's the Oscars, the Grammys, any of these awards bodies that are a bunch of people. 9 times out of 10, they're going based off the shit that they heard of the most. If they don't know country music, but they know Beyonce dropped a country album, that's the only one they heard about, they might just vote for that just for. If they heard that this lady's really dope, and they didn't really see the other films to judge and the other best supporting actresses, they may just vote for this one woman.
Yeah, and I'm not a part of. I am now a part of SAG, but I don't vote per se.
Mm-hmm.
But I do vote for Grammys, and after a while, niggas just start filling in bubbles.
That's what I've heard. It's too many fields. How do you know who the best engineer on like a classical album was, or what the best non-spoken jazz vocal? Like it's so many categories. If you're not abreast to all that stuff, there's no way you're gonna be able to pick accurately.
Like literally, and I've heard that the voting process for Screen Actors Guild for Oscars is very similar. So they send you a code, at least for Grammys, right? They send you a code, you get a list, and
it's all digital.
Yeah, you can choose everything, and I always push for my people. Out of that initial round, then they narrow it down, and then you vote again.
Oh,
when you vote the second time, now that list is dwindled. So these are the people that are actually in contention to actually win.
Right.
Okay. Then you go through all of the categories, and that's why sometimes you'll be like, "Oh, that person won a Grammy for this."
Right.
Like, you notice how some people win the award for the same shit all the time.
Facts.
And it's because some of the voting body is not familiar with that genre enough to vote.
They associate that one person.
Right. To vote properly. Yeah.
So in the country categories, certain people will always win certain stuff. In gospel, you notice most of the time, the same people win the same shit. It's because, oh yeah, Yolanda Adams put out an album this year. That shit was probably fire. Let me go ahead and put that shit up. They're not actually listening to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, that's how it works. And then sometimes people vote based on whose turn they think it is.
Right. They haven't gotten an award yet, so they should win one now.
Ain't got nothing yet. Let me go ahead and pick them. Or the Academy. I watched the Academy get behind Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this to the end. She's a nice girl. But grading the field,
baby,
that was a campaign.
Yeah. That happens a lot.
I went to the chapter meetings. I saw the campaign live and in living color.
That's why Drake notoriously hates all that stuff, because he feels like it's not, for him, he feels like it's not representative, because how do you not have those types of awards but have like the most streams or whatever? But a lot of it is the same shit,
said, right?
What's up?
That's what Jay just said about Beyonce, right?
That's what Jay said about Beyonce. It's the reason that, remember, was it right before it was the Super Bowl, right before the pandemic, where The Weeknd was scheduled to perform at the Super Bowl, so he wasn't scheduled to be at the Grammys because they don't like that, and that was a reason. Like, he had one of the bigger albums of that year, but then when you would look at the nominations, his shit wasn't up in there like that. That shit happens. It's all fugazi. If you want to tell me that pro wrestling is fake, but then talk about how pissed you are about who didn't win a Grammy, shut your ass up and go watch Monday Night Raw.
And basketball heading the same way, especially the WNBA.
It's the finals tonight, right?
Is it? I don't watch basketball.
I believe it starts tonight, yeah?
I watch football.
Yes, game one, Dallas and Boston. Dallas at Boston.
Yeah, Weeknd boycotted the Grammys in 2021. He said he was snubbing the awards. Fuck you and your damn ads.
I hate them.
He called them corrupt. Yeah, I will not be submitting music in the future because it's all bullshit.
Don't he have one already now?
He may, but I think the thing is if they feel like, and I don't even know if they feel like, if it sounds like it's a situation where if you're not gonna ride for the Grammys, we're not gonna do a campaign or whatever the case may be for you for your accomplishments for that year. How do you even hold it in any type of real regards?
Well, I mean, that success a lot of times is based on marketing too. So sometimes just because you have a better marketing firm or whatever doesn't necessarily speak to the quality of your album. There are plenty of amazing hip hop albums. Macklemore beat Kendrick Lamar. We all know the story. God dang it! There are several albums that are considered the greatest albums of all time or of certain years. Your Illmatics, your 36 Chambers, you got Midnight Marauders. That a lot of those Jones wasn't even, you know what I'm saying, necessarily nominated in those categories.
But the question can still be asked, right? Like,
of course. If
number 52, because BRP 50 season is upon us, that list gonna be out sooner than soon, y'all. It's certain names that you ain't gonna see, and people are gonna ask about that. And I think
consideration.
But that's what all I'm saying is the Grammys have a certain list. And they have certain situations where people may or may not be in consideration, and it's not always because they didn't feel the album was hot.
Camera, yo? Was Nas lifting weights in the camera?
Was he?
I don't know. Was Nas lifting weights? He was riding a bike. He was working out in the camera too.
I can't.
Was that Kendrick? Was Kendrick doing push-ups?
He may have. Kendrick probably was.
I'm gonna get on that list.
Kendrick was on the treadmill, writing in a notepad. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know if Nas was doing
probably give me 50.
I don't think Nas was doing any dumbbell lifts. We'll see. I don't know. Shouts out to the 50. I don't know about none of this other stuff. I feel like we should just get to this damn show, no?
Ding ding ding. Is that what happened?
Because
spoilers.
Yeah, how about that? Can people campaign for the BRP 50? Can Alexander? He could. No. I don't have. Has anybody ever campaigned for the 50?
Face to face, yes.
Face to face, people have said, "Hey,
man, I did. You know what I mean? I put the work in. You know what I'm saying?
I know that 50 coming. I know. You're about to drop that 50, right?
We've never been out. We've never been outside with a fresh 50, and that's gonna be different this year because I'm definitely gonna be outside at 2 wrestling events that weekend. It's gonna be interesting.
No, you haven't.
Oh, that's right.
The year that number 52 said, "How am I not number 1 in your top 10 of black wrestlers?" It was like the next day I went to Black WrestleFest and Sir Wilkins said, "Hey, without saying no names, how you feel about them situations?" I had to say, "Hey, we just making the list, buddy."
Listen, I can talk to people. I'm worried about these actual great big niggas that's flipping like, what's up?
Oh, hey, that's when you say, "Hey, it's just a committee, you know. It's no fugaziness. This. We ain't taking no money."
I'm gonna tell niggas. I'm gonna tell niggas the exact opposite. Niggas gave me some bread and I put them on the list. Fam gave me $75 and I said, "Hey, here you go, number 10."
Fam's gonna pull up the cage match, be like, "Hey, you know you lost them matches, right? Yeah. You know you lost them damn matches. What the hell you talking about? Now let's get to this damn show."
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed part of All-Star Wrestling Division.
All right. First off, Vaughn, I can't give you asking about specifics about where people like Obafemi and Trick Williams going to be on the BRP 50. I'm going to say youtube.com/Black Rasslin. Please subscribe.
Hey, shoot me. Just PayPal me $57
About this, that was the other thing. Secondly,
per spot.
$50 to be on the 50. Look, it's not a fire sale. We are not hard up for cash like that. If you offering money to be on the BRP 50 and you come, your start is $50.
Yeah.
That DM is not being looked at.
That's giving Uber Eats, niece.
Can't even put no food on the family for that.
Now, the 50 don't get you a spot. The 50 don't get you a spot. The 50, I'll tell you who is at a spot.
There you go. 57 though.
Yeah, 37. I take 37.
That's a fire set. Antoine said instead of a 30 for 30, 50 for 50, we could probably do a BRP 50 for 50 documentary at some point. We have enough footages.
I like that.
Especially shit y'all ain't seen before. Arguments.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't record this year's though. It wasn't that bad. Did I
It was pretty civilized. My first one.
Well, there was one very heated year. I don't remember if I recorded the BRP 50 conversation the year after though.
Because it was so heated.
Ooh.
The thing, like, all right, like when things get like that, it's weird because I'm not posting that, but it's weird to have that content sitting around. So it's kind of like I not to say it's going to happen in future years, but I don't want to potentially like birth that energy. But we realistically things have kind of moved anyway. That's a conversation for a different day. Welcome back to BRP. If you've been rocking with us for 46 some odd minutes, you know that God is still working on us and the Grammys and the Oscars and Jada Pinkett Smith and everybody else. As always, it's your boy Khal, your current reigning, defending, disputed BRP predictions champion, but you know what you call me?
Sure enough, ain't got no belt.
Ain't need no belt when I got the title. What you mean? As you can see, or as you saw, the squad is on the line. Me.
What's good to the people?
Damn. That's crazy. So.
Get up.
DDM?
Everybody get up.
Hey.
What's going on? What's the rhymes to that killer freestyle to that?
Sharpie?
To get up.
How was Trevor?
Yeah, Buster. Don't do Buster. But anyway,
Hey,
You
yo.
know new pictures?
Sharpie?
Yeah. Buster got that goddamn Beijing in them teeth. I love Buster. I bought Buster album before last. I ain't buy that last one because I heard it.
Buster Bus. It's Buster motherfucking rhymes in this bitch.
Go forward.
It's Buster motherfucking rhymes. It's DDM, the EST of BRP in this bitch, know what I'm saying? Yo, Missy. Fuck their ass.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, yo, DDM Butch, no queen right here.
God damn it. Brother
I love
Fan?
Buster Rhymes.
Audio. Nah, y'all ain't ready for that. Yo, fans, 79, social media choice. Y'all know where to get at me.
That's that real Thursday night happy hour. Right into the bar, 7 o'clock. Sorry.
But I heard my first. I was on my first DJ Booby tape on the club tip.
I love those type on the smooth tip.
Mm-hmm.
So he had the sex. Those was called the sex tracks. That was the R&B joint.
Oh,
the DJ
yeah.
Booby had was sex trap, and then you had the goddamn on the club tip.
Mm-hmm.
Track 34. Let's get it.
On the club tip 47.
You body hot. That Earth, Wind, and Fire. My mother love them.
And when they threw that chain gang on, man, listen.
Top Dollar just won the digital title. I guess that makes so. Shouts out to
We already knew that.
well, that's a hey. Because that's what I call dub plate information. We still got we had that information on dub for a minute, but y'all can't even know why. Shouts out to Alex Kane. He defeated AJ Francis at the latest. I don't even know the name of the MLW show, but it don't matter because we got this.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find a real sharp image in my little time constraint right now, but the funniest thing about this was just the fact that it got announced that Mark Henry was one of many who's not renewing their AEW contracts, and then immediately he was like, yo, let me go down, let me and Teddy go down to MLW and celebrate this win with your mans. Boomaye.
They sick of Tony shit.
Mark got that shirt on.
Mark said he was going to be focusing on his brand, but I mean,
Mark wants to be that scout. Mark wants to be, and I'm gonna tell you, his track record ain't bad.
It's really good. It's really
You know
good.
what I'm saying? He wants to be the goddamn, you know what I mean? The scout to bring guys in and be like, yo, I found these NIL niggas, and
I think he should. I mean, he gave us Bianca Belair, and I think he found Jay Cargill as well.
there's a number of people that, like, if you go back, there's a number of people.
I didn't realize he found Jade as well.
He saw, I forget where he saw her, but he saw her and made a comment. I have to check and confirm on that. I did see
Ted sleep.
that's a grow. If I was up there sitting in that chair, I would have fell asleep. Mark Henry, Jay Cargill. Let me get the specifics on
So
that.
Ted thought I was gonna argue with him. I was like, yo, cousin, I get the picture. He was like, hey, player, I'm charging everybody for these pictures, player.
Jade Cargill, she said she called Mark Henry her wrestling father. And I guess Chris Van Vliet recently dropped a video where Mark Henry was talking about discovering Jade, Bianca, and Samantha Irvin.
Oh, he's the GOAT.
Come on.
So, but that actually that makes me wonder. And I don't know what his relationship is, but like, could this be a door opened up for him to not like be a full, like have a full WWE situation? But what if he went to NXT and was down there? Like they got the NIL.
What if he don't go nowhere? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he know the folks over at AEW. He know the folks over at WWE. Well, I don't know who he knows over at WWE at this point. You know what I'm saying?
I would assume he should have some with Paul Levesque.
Some sort of in.
Yeah.
But like I always say, they all kind of do different things. So instead of him just going and being under one spot, because that limits you to who you can send somewhere.
Right.
So
that's a good point.
If he go in and he charge these folks like, hey, look, I'm me, because he's had the career and really the second career and maybe even the third if you count the weightlifting.
Oh yeah, he's had a couple. Yeah,
that he writes his own ticket.
He's the ultimate plug.
So now
he's like almost like a modeling agency for wrestlers.
Correct.
Exactly.
I believe that's what's happening right now. I believe that is what he does. That's his role. It's just not contractual.
I was going to say, without like the actual legalities, it's kind of just how he's been up. But like this could open the doors for that. Not even on some like my focus is getting the right people to the right company, but him being a person in the world, a freelance scout, being like, hey, you got that look. You look like you need to be with Tony Khan people. Let me hit up Christopher Daniels or whoever and say, here's this motherfucker EVP, go talk to this man. Or hey, Adam Pierce, this black lady is fine and she bad. You go talk to her and send her down to the PC. Like I could see
like Booker T too. I think it's a whole like little circuit, a freelance circuit type thing, where some people go through Booker or some just go straight to WWE. But I believe they have conversations.
That's it.
I would love to see, because I feel like there's a lack of these types in pro wrestling as a whole is the big monsters, the monsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to send these folks. I would love to see what an already in the right direction Obafemi would look like under that Mark Henry.
Right.
I don't want to use the term learning tree this week, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
In that school.
Yeah. I would love to see him under something like that.
I was watching a video where somebody was they were breaking down why The Weeknd didn't want to rock with Drake, and they were talking about like the uprising of hot artists in the mainstream getting like boutique labels and signing people and putting them up under there. Because remember, like if you go back to the Beyond the Mat days, that's what it was. It was like a lot of, and it still is for lack of getting too deep into that. But it's like a lot of schools where like somebody was a pro wrestler, they would have a school, but like they were really on the phone with WWE or whoever saying, hey, I got this talent down here, you want to see him, or you guys gonna be in town, we'll send them over. Because at some point when a signing bonus comes on, they're hoping their little 5% or whatever is going to come back to the school. So but it's I think because there's so many pro wrestlers who have been in and out of that system, especially WWE in particular, once they start figuring stuff out, it's interesting to see, like Mimi shared in the chat, where Lexus King is going to be going down to Reality of Wrestling, I believe, in one of their upcoming main events. Like or Evolve, when because the Street Profits were tag team champions in Evolve for a minute. Like you're starting to see, these types of things happen because there's so many different things around. But I wonder if Mark Henry should probably now be like, hey, let me get a institution. Let me get a spot where people can come, whether they want to learn how to wrestle, learn how to do this, or just talk, and then try and start figuring out how to filter them into these different systems. I wonder if that's his play now.
Mark Henry was we've seen the Undertaker has that show, the whatever. His episode was very, very entertaining, and it wasn't just, they could tell those stories, but you saw Mark Henry's grasp for more than what happens in the in-ring of the business, and it just makes for entertaining, content.
Word.
What's the name of that?
Is it 6 Feet Deep with Mark Calloway or something like that?
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, you could probably search Undertaker podcast on YouTube and it'll come up, because I think the Mark Henry one wasn't too long ago. I've been seeing clips online. I'd never watched them, like the actual episodes, but I saw the clips, and there were a couple that came from that conversation. Yeah, that's dope. Roxanne was down at Reality of Wrestling. There's a number of people though.
I think it's really, really cool. It was so funny before I really got involved in working with you guys. I was coming back from, I think it was it WrestleMania in LA? And I was on the plane next to this old white guy, and come to find out he does commentary for Gold Dust's wrestling school, Texas.
Gold Dust.
And whatever his name, he always gonna be Gold Dust to me. It's Bubba Dust. Okay?
Bubba Dust.
And he was talking about that, how the wrestling schools and the different promotions and stuff like that kind of groomed them outside of the wrestling piece of it, and there's an investment in character building and stuff like that. And I thought it was really interesting. I really wish the business would bring back managers, and when I say the business, the big boys. I want to see managers again. I feel like managers play a very important role. And when we look at
there's a few sprinkled out here, Stokely and
sprinkled.
I feel like it's so much talent out here that I don't think there's a focus on managers. I feel
there hasn't been.
So yeah, because the talent is so robust.
It's been.
I want the talent to be shitty, because I want to be a manager. I want to talk cash shit. Your ass beat.
Currently AEW has Stokely, Don Callis.
Mark Sterling ain't over there, is he?
Huh?
Mark Sterling gone? Or is that what his name is?
I don't know if I don't know if he's still. I think his name. It sounds something like. I don't know if he's still on TV.
Nah.
And Those are like the three. WWE.
They don't really got no managers like that.
The homegirl that's with Karrion Kross is there, but I don't know if and Paul Ellering. Karrion Kross is more of a. Ellering is a manager. Karrion Kross standing there make Ellering look like the tour manager.
Yeah, it's not giving manager.
How many do WWE really have? They be having squads.
They don't want niggas. They don't want to. It's almost like how tag teams is. Why you get so many fashion tag teams is because you don't want to pay a bunch of niggas at two for you could just pay one guy to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to pay two people to do one man job, and I think that's probably the image. But even now, because
Heyman,
B-Fab. Oh, well, he's
But I'm just saying that's I'm pissed. That's the one name I wasn't thinking of.
He's the guy. Shoot, MVP said he trying to get back in the ring right fast.
He's stem selling, ain't he?
Yeah, he down there drinking the stem cells right out the babies.
That's. I'm sorry.
No, son. I just saw. I don't know if y'all follow MVP on social. He was like, 1,000 I get injected, or 1 million injected in this show, and then another injected here. He injected like how many? You more stem cells than MVP at this point, ain't you?
Yeah. He's a what stem cell is it's not because you're not a robot nigga at that point. What are you like a mutant? Like at a certain point, what do the stem cells do to you?
I think it regenerates damaged tissue or missing tissue. It's kind of like a regenerative kind of thing, you know.
So you like Wolf? You are a mutant. You like Wolverine.
You wrap your bones and adamantium.
It's what people do. My aunt, oddly enough, I didn't even talk about this earlier today when y'all was talking about it, but my aunt, oddly enough, she got stem cell in her knee.
Did she have to go somewhere crazy?
No, she had to go to. That's the crazy thing. I'm like, why are they going to? They must not have insurance or no money. But
who Keisha?
My aunt did not know all of the stem cell, and that's no shade. I ain't throwing nobody under the bus.
Keisha stem cells and nails.
Sorry, Martel. We ain't taking this Blue Cross.
Put your Hennessy down. We're not taking your stem cells tonight.
Yeah. But my aunt got it, and it worked real well for her knee because she was she was entertaining getting a knee replacement,
right? And
she got the stem cell, and it worked really well for her. But she got a bit of a coin though, so I mean, everybody ain't gonna be able to afford mother stem.
You got to be on that WWE.
Niggas in there at the lounge swirling the stem cells around like this.
Yeah, give me about 2 more weeks.
Pardon me, pores, as I get myself together.
Let me get ready to clash in the castle. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
I feel myself healing now.
It's like when Thanos would put another a stone on the. That's not how stem cells work, right?
No,
just so we're clear.
It's definitely work just like that. You got to shake it. You got to shake that dough.
Shake. Put a little sugar in there. Put a little water from the tap.
Because it's thick. You got to thin the stem cells out. Come thick like that at amoxicillin. You got to thin it out.
Mother mine.
Then them
you gotta roll it in your hand.
You like the bubblegum flavor or the grape?
There's amoxicillin. What's that for? Amoxicillin. What's that for?
When
you
amoxicillin.
Have throat for the kids and all that.
It knocked a little cold out. It's like I was never mind.
My mom went somewhere.
No, because I was going to be a little too descriptive about the amoxicillin, but let me
put it right on the wound sometimes.
I'm sorry. The Mark Henry conversation is actually
right, Sierra.
it's interesting to me. We got to keep going because the NXT is kind of an example of like AEW's building towards Forbidden Door and they got all these people coming through, but right now NXT on their show Kitty Lean is crazy. On their show, you got former AEW, former whatever motherfuckers coming in and straight up demanding contracts to fight the number one guy in the building. You got whole champions from other shows randomly showing up to face. Is NXT doing champion versus champion because Forbidden Door has champion versus champion matches?
I don't know, but I think I like the way that NXT is doing it because they're making it very casual. They're not. It's a thing, but they're not making it like
it's not the theme of the show.
Well, I think that would be two on the nose, right?
Yeah,
you're already. What did Jordan Grace had the back of shirt said? What was it? NXT-TNA? Is that what it said on the back?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is Forbidden Door flavored.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's very smart. It's very.
So everything else can't be so on the nose.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like I like that it was a surprise and like watching it, and I personally enjoy seeing. I think behind the scenes and on screen, it's making people have to really fight for their spots.
Yes,
and really like your character development because Mother Page, Miss Ethan, honey, he giving me a whole nother energy.
Yes,
in Mother NXT that he was in All Elite.
I hate being like that because that's the thing. Oh, you love him when they're in WWE, but there's a certain vibe to the way he's talking right now that I never got.
Mm-hmm. Because that was always the goal. Because that was always the plan. So the plan is even with Jordan Grace, you see that she has a little bit more of a pep in her step. Her posts are different.
She's good on social media too.
Yeah, she was always, but she is very intentional. Right. You know what I mean? In her posts and that's where they want to be. That's the goal. You
can feel it, right? It's with them at the very least with people like that, you can feel it that like I would love to be right here.
That's right, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that I'm going to make this opportunity. And that's what it feels like with Ethan Page. I don't know his work at all.
Right.
All I know is that I've seen the name, the Official Ego. Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. I've seen that so many times throughout, the past 10 years across my timeline, but I haven't watched any of his matches, but it just feels like even Sean Spears, even with him, it's almost as if he's like, because I remember I was telling you, like, what happens, like, these guys come back to WWE and they're in NXT and it feels like they're in this support role, right?
Right.
They're even killing the support roles, like they're really going in on the support roles, and so you can say that this is the better show, this is where real wrestling is, and yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, WWE is the grandest stage of them all. That is where everybody, whether you left or not, you want to end up back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she looks. I never thought that I would ever see somebody on the outside look as good as Jordan Grace does on WWE TV.
She looks like she should be there.
Yeah,
that's right.
She felt that way at the Rumble too.
Yes.
With Ethan Page, like Ethan Page was not used well in AEW, and I have had the honor of seeing his matches because I watched AEW when he was being shown on television.
Yeah,
he was always shown as a certain type of way, and there's certain people when I look at them in other promotions, I'm like, you need to be in the E.
Mm-hmm.
Wardlow needs to be in the E. Wardlow is too damn fine, too damn athletic, and he just got the heat. He smells like World Wrestling Entertainment.
I don't know what he smells like.
You smell good.
Sometimes I feel like he's too big, like he's too buff.
Wardlow for WWE?
No, in terms of aesthetic body.
Oh, gotcha.
Like I feel like he's too. I felt like that with Hobbs at one point. I felt like they were too big
down
but
there.
But that's just perception.
Because they're like they're Willow and they're a flippy. They're more flippy down there, and they're not as big in AEW. So it's anytime a Hobbs, a Wardlow, hell, the Dynasty Luchasaurus or Killshot, whatever his name is, they look almost out of Miro. They look out of place because everybody else is Orange Cassidy's and Darby Allin's and Young Buck size. Ricky Starks, no disrespect, but it's genuinely smaller statured people down there. So yeah, those people. Every time I see one of those people that's a big bruiser, it's like WWE. Why didn't WWE want you?
Right. Miro need to go ahead and too.
Even the Acclaim, like I think the Acclaim belong in NXT. I think the old Acclaim, I feel like belonged in NXT. They give NXT like 1000%. I don't know main roster. I feel like main roster they may get lost. I feel like that rap gimmick may not hit on the main roster, but I feel like in NXT it will hit.
The rap gimmick would feel. I mean, you've got R-Truth still rapping. I don't know. That already feels old.
So, but the thing with R-Truth, I think the different thing is like R-Truth is R-Truth. Like the comedy is R-Truth is what that character is. Like the rap part is just sprinkles. I feel like with it's a couple of the other guys over there. Like the rap is the thing, and I don't think the rap can be the thing.
Yeah, you got.
Although R-Truth sounded good at Wale Mania, though, I was kind of living for his performance.
I got that on video somewhere. His performance was good, but he didn't then have to have a match.
Right. Like when he on TV, you gotta kind of be your thing can't just be I'm the rap like you peeing news, nigga. Like yo baby, nah.
DNC asked an interesting question. Shouts to DNC Digital. Said, do you guys feel TNA should gun for the USA Network when WWE goes to Netflix? You know what's interesting, and because this is a conversation we were kind of teasing during the week offline. I don't know what the WWE-TNA relationship is right now. I'm assuming it's fairly strong considering, Jordan Grace basically being down in the Performance Center over the net. She going to the UFC Apex on NXT's dime, this weekend. I would not be surprised. Like if you told me that after all the Raw and SmackDown situation is figured out next year, if you said TNA was going to be showing up on USA Network, even on like a Saturday at like 10 o'clock or something like that, I wouldn't be surprised. It feels like this Endeavor thing, they're really doing we're gonna. The door's not forbidden. The door is just open, and if we feel a deal makes sense, we're going to try and figure something out. They said that not only are we getting Ethan Page and Jordan Grace, we're getting Booty Hole Brown at NXT Battleground, but also I saw a report where they said that UFC is trying to have a heavy presence at NXT Battleground. There's a lot of. Right? You said what?
It's in some sort of. UFC.
It's at their facility. It's at their facility, but I think the bigger key is UFC 303 is coming up. Conor McGregor's scheduled for that. So they're trying to utilize all these different avenues to cross promote everything. So I say all that to say, if TNA is getting on WWE's good side and Endeavor's good side, I could definitely see a situation where Impact shows up on the USA Network, or we're seeing more people funneling through WWE, whether it's NXT or maybe going to the main roster. Maybe NXT shares some people in the Impact zone. Who knows? I could see it happening though. It feels like all of those doors are wide open.
It felt like for WrestleMania Bully and Tommy were in the building, where you've never, I won't say never, but you haven't seen that in a long time, that they're visibly on WWE television content, anything.
Right.
And I knew that the corner was turning.
Stop it, Sean Tragedy.
Not just at 40 years, but I felt like something was going to be different. And at that Rumble, it felt different as well. You know what I mean? And that was just it was just it's a pleasant surprise to see her pop up even now. Like, it's just like, it's there. So now it's like, now what about these Rascals things that I keep seeing on the thing? Like, are they going to bring them back? What's Ali's there? Like, it's a lot of
Nick Nemeth.
The question.
Nick Nemeth is there.
What you call me?
No, I was saying, like, the question is, with the released talents that went to TNA, like Mustafa Ali, Dolph Ziggler, like, how does that work?
Right.
AJ Francis.
AJ, that's what I'm saying. We're at a point now where, like, the commentary team, they may not know how to handle this. They may not know how to talk.
They've been able to maneuver the former XYZ. They've been able to maneuver.
You got to make those decisions, though. If the former Dolph Ziggler, who's like Nick Nemeth and holding these titles, is going to show up, you got to make sure Vic Joseph or whoever know, especially Booker T. Oh, yeah, man. Look at Dolph. I mean, Nick, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
I'm sorry.
Now, do you think that there's some slight thing that this was done by design, like these releases, and they ended up were done by design?
Never say never.
I would say, for the most part, the ones we know about anyway, like the big names like Nick Nemeth and AJ and Mustafa Ali, is things had been sour for quite some time with all of those folks. True. So I don't know if I think this is just a happenstance for real. Just because it was, I try not to always believe everything we hear and see.
Right.
But, like, sometimes it's obvious, like, all right, this nigga ain't being used. Like, when they talked about bringing Dolph back, but you can be a jobber. Like, some of that stuff, I think those folks had run their courses.
Shouts out to Vin for always being right with the Buffy. With the Buffy. Shouts to Vin. Was there anything else NXT related we wanted to talk about?
The Battleground, my sister, Miss Parker.
Piece of Miss Parker. Yeah, actually, hold up. Because this show is low key. I'm not saying I try and catch the NXT shows when I can, but this feeling like a little banger right here.
Yeah, like the women's, like NXT for me is the place for lady wrestling in WWE.
Word.
They just are like Jada Parker. First of all, she did not have to eat Mia Yim up like that on the mic.
Yes, she did. She had to.
She ate her up. Like, why she eat her up like that? She said, "This is not black and gold." Right? She's like, "This is not black and gold. This is Jada Parker's time, and if you keep trying it, I'm gonna turn your ass black and blue." I said, "Bitch."
That ladder match is gonna be a problem. I don't even know who's a favorite. It's a ladder match for the women's North American title. Yeah, the inaugural one. Yeah.
But I think that's a great tradition because the first men's North American was a ladder match.
They be doing them ladder matches for that as well. They also have the triple threat for the NXT North American title with Obafemi defending against Wesley and Joe Coffey. Those they've been building to that. I think that'll be a dope one. Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice in the NXT Underground is going to be crazy. Maybe that's when if they have a bunch of UFC people banging on the apron or whatever. That there's an opportunity.
I like that.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, Paul Levesque, I'll let your boy. Obviously Roxanne Perez, Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. That's going to be a dope match, just like as a match. Outside of all of the hoopla, like the two of them meeting, because it's still Roxanne Perez.
Although the best part about that match is what if Jordan Grace wins, and that's when wrestling is at its best.
Yes.
When you like, what can happen? That always makes it dope.
I like that. No, I do like that aspect. Nathan Frazier and Axiom are defending the NXT tag titles against the OC. These are matches like they always have a tag title match. That could be a pre-show match for me. I'm not really tripping off that. And then the main event, Trick Williams defending the NXT Championship against Ethan Page.
And I don't think that's the main event. No shade.
I hope it's the main event.
Roxanne Perez and Jordan Grace is probably the main event.
Yeah, no shade. I love Trick now, but that's not giving main event.
I feel like Ethan is one of those guys you bring in to build your champion.
That's why I think it's main event. That's exactly why I feel like that's main event. I think right now they're doing a lot of building, and one thing you got to build is Trick Williams.
Yes.
He needs those moments. He needs all of this. So I feel like I don't know if I said this last week. There's a reason why it's Ethan Page. Because does anybody feel like Ethan Page is actually going to beat Trick Williams?
I don't think so, but I'm not going to say.
Never say never. Never say never.
But it would be personally for me a little disappointing.
If it feels like this is a real test for Trick Williams on the mic, in the ring, with someone who is like Sierra said in the chat. Ethan's been doing it for a couple decades at this point. He's seasoned. He's not really been able to get the proper exposure. You see, he took the Rock, and no disrespect, Rock, but he took the Rock. He's been shooting with that shit ever since last week.
Yeah,
it's a really big test for Trick. I can't wait to see that. I hope it's main event. If it's not main event, I don't know.
Yeah.
Uncle D said it's not a one program match or a one match program.
What that mean?
Ethan, the idea that like a lot of these NXT championship matches, especially as of late, has been like the program has built for that match and then going on to the next pay-per-view with somebody totally different.
Yeah, I agree because I feel like we talked about we didn't know who the next opponent for Trick would be.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like there was a clear person that made sense.
Right. They're definitely lacking on that side over there.
Yeah. And I think with the women, I think the women are a little bit more robust.
Mm-hmm.
But Jordan Grace really makes us feel like, what if?
Right. 100%. 100%. It'll be interesting. If she wins, because if she wins, is she a double champion? Like, is she showing up on Tuesday and then showing up on Thursday? Is she going to relinquish one of these to stay in the other spot? Like,
so word to the chat. Word to the chat. Stuff's been WWE graphics and stuff has been popping up all night
on TNA.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't their first rodeo. Mickey James already been talking about this situation. She been down there a couple times.
Shout out to TNA. Because I feel like if I were TNA, I would be a little tentative to get in bed after the way things went with AEW. Because that didn't go well for them.
That was sad.
Right.
They were doing the Kenny Omega belt collector thing, and
mm-hmm.
that's when the OC was still over there, right? The club they had left for a little bit. And went over there. They was over there. Yeah, that didn't.
I think AEW did them real bad. I ain't like the way that they did that to them.
I think the thing though that we got remember Scott D'Amelio, like they've had a couple of people who are no longer in Impact who were there right before they went back to TNA and all that stuff. I think Anthem, they installed that guy and they've been trying to blow up. For them, this is the thing. For what the direction of TNA right now is, this is probably great. We want that we want our name out there. We're going to send a champion up there, and it's going to be on national TV weekly. They're going to be in the UFC Apex, whatever. What's next for Impact is going to be very key, because I don't know, like they're going to have to capitalize on this at some point, especially outside of the there's going to be a time where Jordan Grace ain't going to be going back and forth.
Correct. Their thing is find TV that's solid. Find TV that's easy to get to. Find TV that niggas know. That way, because they got a decent product. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They need to be on CW or something.
We all know it's not, high WWE value production. However, they have a very strong women's division. They got a lot of guys that put on amazing matches. They got some really good vets, and they've done. Listen, that Boombaye, the whole Boombaye thing was very, very well done last year, and it's just time for them to find good TV.
Yeah, which they've needed for a while. They've been in limbo.
They was on Pop TV, son.
They was on the TV Guide channel.
TV Guide, yeah. I wish they bring that back too. Bring back the little, that you gotta catch. Make sure you catch when they come back around.
See, that's how old we are. Because now there's viral videos that are like these kids don't know nothing about waiting for the time to change on the preview guide so you can set your clock. Because that was the best time before niggas had computers in their pockets. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. They were on Twitch a lot during the pandemic. Is WWE grooming TNA to serve up the?
That sounds so wild. Yeah, that sounds so wild. Why would you type that, Joe Dixon?
I also don't think that's happening. I genuinely don't think that WWE is doing that specifically. It may be a byproduct of what's going on right now, though. MLW got WWE money. I don't know nothing about that. Wait, what was it? There's this one question that came up earlier. So what's Carmelo Hayes' problem? This is in regards to what exactly?
Because
how he's been brought up since the what you call?
I just think you got to bring him along and figure out they haven't been consistent with what they're doing with Melo.
No,
they gave him some good matches. They started with the Bobby thing, but then Bobby got hurt. They trying to find his footing over there.
Yeah.
And it's okay this early for them to be figuring it out. Now, 6 months down the line, if we still looking for what they're doing with Melo, now it may be time to worry. But it's still super, super early. You know what I'm saying? We 3 months, really 2 months removed from Mania. Give him some time.
Yeah, it's. I was reading a dirt sheet report before we got on, where they were talking about Bron Breakker, and they said that the plans that they had for Bron Breakker have changed, reportedly, because of how much they like seeing what he's been doing on WWE TV.
He looks more ready for the main roster when you watch him on TV right now.
Yeah. This is what I was waiting for.
They did the.
You got to put him out there to kill people.
You put Melo next to Randy Orton, and he looked tiny.
Yeah. Yes, he looks like a little guy. No disrespect. But like, what do you do with a Melo? Like, how do you get Melo mixy?
This is where I miss weight classes, because with weight classes, you can be the top guy in your weight class. Right. And I don't understand why that's not a thing.
Like, WWE doesn't really like the little bitty guys on their big TV.
Yeah,
they don't like the little bitty guys on Mondays and Fridays.
But also
on Wednesdays.
But also at some point, a little Rey Mysterio may have to be a world champion, so they gotta dash all that out.
Like, that's my one complaint. It always looks jarring to me when I see Akira Tozawa fighting Bronson Reed. That just looks dumb. Like, it looks dumb. Like,
because he's like this.
I'm just like,
I have to say, I was scared. I was scared for Melo to come onto the main roster because of this conversation that we're having right now.
Okay.
Hear you, fam. I hear you. We have to give it some time, but like you said, you put him next to Randy Orton, and he looks small regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the optic of it. And I know he'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
But then we see, I just don't want him to go down that Ricochet.
He needs some storylines.
Yes.
Whether even if it's like a different wrestler every week, but the story with him is the same. He needs something.
I think
and
also
the story is that he's a know-it-all. I think that's what I'm getting.
But he keep getting ate up by LA Knight on the mic. Like, no shade. I know we don't, everybody's not an LA Knight fan, but LA Knight be eating him up. He be eating him up on the mic. And I don't like that. Like, and I'm an LA Knight fan, right? But I don't like Melo made a mistake, I think, last week in his promo against LA, and LA corrected the mistake. It's just like,
and so that's also really a fine line, because your job as a pro wrestler, right, is to get over, but the bigger job is everybody gets over, and you shouldn't be getting over in spite of someone. And so in that situation, I think you handle it the way you handle it. But I think the one thing that I think Melo needs to figure out is, if I'm going to live here at this new address, my style has to change to fit where I am. You just have to adapt. You have to do a little more selling in your match. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to really adapt to being the little guy in these matches. And if you can be a great little man, if you can get in under the learning tree, geez, I keep of a Mysterio over there, and really but the also creative can't yo-yo with his character. We can't trying to figure out, who is he? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he about to switch? Like, commit.
Yeah.
But
get
this
a track
is
and stick
also
to it.
still the beginning of the book, so they got time.
True. Fingers crossed for Melo. Like I said, I think the one thing I think people said that I agree with is, I think he'll be fine. But yeah, it's sooner. I don't know what his situation is going to be for SummerSlam. But sooner than later, they need to figure out some type of track and just put him on the track.
Mm-hmm.
Have him start going down there.
I think it goes back to what you were saying, Mimi, and what Kyle was saying. When I was talking about the managers, the talent is so robust. It is the Hunger Games in World Wrestling Entertainment right now, in the industry at large. You have so much talent, and now you're on shows where you got people who have been doing it for years, and also people who maybe never got their time. Right. Like, I'm using LA Knight as an example. LA Knight had been doing it for a long time. He finally got his shot. That man is not going to make it easy for you.
Right.
So this isn't NXT where you fighting in the arena with a bunch of scared children. Right. You were in, I love the Hunger Games. Sorry, y'all.
You
were in the Court of Quell, bitch. like you in, the 75th Hunger Games with all winners.
Facts. And you're out there as Tribune.
Right.
Get your ass and you can't get shot with no arrows. Figure it out. Sorry. Yeah, we'll see. Melo's too good of a wrestler. Mm-hmm. Just don't make him Ricochet too.
Yeah.
There's too much of a. There's too much going on in pro. Actually, hold up. Did we mention this? I don't know if we talked about it last week, because it may not have happened when we were on the show. Becky Lynch is officially a free agent now.
Is she?
That's what I think her contract, the period to re-sign, is up, and she's just chilling right now. We're not assuming anything other than she's going to WWE. Like if she comes back to wrestle,
I would never assume anything else.
Yeah, I don't see Rebecca being up in All Elite. I don't see it.
what would her name be?
I was about to say with the pause.
Because she would I would imagine
She's not going to the pause.
Becky Lynch, Rebecca Cinch. She'd be like full steampunk again, right? It would be like goggles. It'd be like a top hat, all copper color.
She already got the taste of the runway. She's not doing that.
Yeah, but she wear Adidas. Her man, I don't know what King Troy's put her man in. She's out there in the Simpsons Adidas Brecky Lynch.
King Troy ain't going over there.
To Brecky Lunch? Rebecca Knox?
No.
Rebecca Knox is going to be rocking the Young Bucks Reebok pumps?
Indeed.
No.
And I think no shade.
Yeah, I don't know shit about no Hunger Games. I know Tribune, that's about it. I try.
I just watched the new
one. Said that we said the same thing about Edge. I think no shade. Edge is a cautionary tale for some people.
He just had that surgery.
Not only that, just his presentation. Like, to me, and this is just my personal opinion, Edge kind of his legacy is solidified, but he looked cheap. Like it. I think Edge showed that sometimes you are a product of the promotion, and you can be written a certain way to make you larger than life, and you'll always be larger than life.
Disgrace.
Without the bells and whistles and all of that, you may be a product of the promotion, and there's nothing wrong with that because you're a legend in that. But that Edge, I think, is a cautionary tale for some of them folks.
I think it's really rough to compare the prime of a man's career and then what he did and left and in the twilight of his career did. Like, it's tough to compare those two things. I think Edge is one of those talents that could have rocked anywhere in his prime, but this ain't prime Edge.
Exactly. So you should have stayed prime home, because right now it's giving hell no.
Jesus Christ.
That's not it.
It's not given tomorrow. It's given delivery June 25th.
Yeah, that's not it. And this to me, like, look at this. Mm-hmm. No shade. If we're talking the age battle, Christian won that.
Yeah, Christian won.
Christian's currently still, I feel like, a top 5 heel, right?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Kind of wish they started MJF. Oh, shouts out to the super chat. Super chat. That's what we need. I need a super chat noise. I'm sorry. What you say, Mimi? I'm sorry.
I think he saw. Oh, I feel like Edge saw what Daniel Bryan did and thought he could do the same thing. But he's
me too.
Daniel Bryan is he is a horse of a different color. That man, number one, that man came from Ring of Honor. He came from a personal pedigree. Yeah. You know, that's what he was. He had to learn how to be a sports entertainer. He never had to learn how to be a bare bones to the mat wrestler. That was always who he was first. He had to learn how to do the Edge shit.
Right.
And that's a different haul than now you a old ass motherfucker going over to AEW trying to prove your bones, and I want to do these great matches. Like, your hip almost gone. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Celtic
Edge. What are you doing?
Shouts to the chat. Celtic Shack is on the list for names of the episode.
Edge is Celtic Shack. Hey, what's the score of the game, y'all?
That's a good question. Hold up. NBA Finals. 64-77 Boston Celtics. Less than 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Dang it.
Damn.
Basketball goes so fast.
Yeah.
Finals now, is that a thing? What's going on in basketball? I just know Caitlin and Angel Reese and that whole thing. What's going on in basketball?
It's just a game 1 of the finals.
How many games is it until
7-game series, best of 7,
and then it's over?
If you win 4, you win,
and then we can go to football again.
Well, I mean, no, we have to sit in that lull where it's just baseball first.
Yeah, you just got to watch the Car-Jitsu championships or Power Slap.
I went to an Oriole game last Sunday. I had a good time, bro.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to Pride Night.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Salute.
Hey, yo, I seen a little video.
Wait, here you go. Happy Pride. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Are we Target now? Are we Target? Put them in the front.
Right there. No.
It'd be like WWE where they used to put Mercedes. What's that lady name? Mercedes and Atlas and them all on the flyer. Is Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's this right here. Happy Pride. No.
Happy birthday, gay niggas.
And this year, instead of giving money to organizations and buy Pride products, and I'm sure you've seen this online, give it to me directly.
Right.
Actual gay. Contribute to my month of debauchery and parties until 4 a.m. and all kinds of other things that I won't stay on this show because I respect my co-host.
You said debauchery?
Debauchery.
Oh, yeah, it's Pride Month, girl. I done went to the doctor and everything. I'm checked out. I'm good to go. I got all the materials.
Listen.
Stay safe.
I ain't bring nothing back with me from Italy at all.
Right.
It is straight from the resident bone collector.
Sort. Not debauchery. Not this. Not this. Debauchery is on the list as well for titles of the episode. No, that's good actually. D-botchery is actually that. Damn, that may be the name of the. I'm sorry.
That's a great tag team name.
Debauchery.
Mm-hmm.
DDM and who? What man with a B?
There we go. Catchphrase.
Me and Saucy Santana.
That's D and that's botchery. You don't like him, Mimi?
No.
Mimi said next. She said, "Who's number 2
on the list?" Find a new botchery.
Mm-hmm. A new botchery. I gotta find somebody else.
You gotta find a botchery.
We
can't fuck with that botchery. We need a new botchery.
He performing at Baltimore Pride this year. He one of the headliners. Yeah.
Is he bringing the botchery?
I don't know what he's doing, but I can't stand there for all that.
Because if it ain't no debauchery,
all who watching this show, I'm very much a gay man, but I'm a different kind of gay man. I can't stand up there and see a nigga clapping his ass cheeks for 30 minutes, and I can't take him home. I'm not trying to watch that shit, on TV or in stage. I need entertainment, and not that.
Yes, it does.
Hey guys, quick peek behind the curtain. DDM is a nigga. Like, let me explain to y'all. Like, this wild like that. DDM is a real nigga. Like, you sit there and talk to him. This nigga, he's terrible. He is terrible, and that's why we get along.
That facts, yeah. There's a reason why.
Yeah,
he fits perfectly with the. No, hey, don't apologize. You can't apologize for being yourself.
Ever.
Now,
but I want to be clear because I don't want the gays who watch the show to come for me because they be like, "How you put us out there?" Oh my god! And no, like I'm not saying that. I think Saucy is great, and I think he's for somebody. He's not for me. Okay,
and everybody's not for everybody.
Everybody's not for everybody, but I support him, and I think that he deserves to have a voice, and he deserves to be in a conversation because that type of artist and person does deserve to be represented. But he's not going to be represented in my bedroom or in my stage. Okay.
So is he a rapper or singer?
I don't know what he did.
No.
Fair enough.
I just don't like. I don't like the drama. Like that's for me. That it's more about that. I don't like the drama that he just ensues around him.
I don't know nothing about none of that. But if he be dramatic, just tell him.
Sit down, nigga.
I ain't trying
Tell
to
him.
that. Like,
Just let him know.
I want you to be like, ooh, like, oh my God, you know. We all got our own taste. But
Santana would have got that nigga.
Speaking of
Don't
different
come for me,
taste,
Saucy. Sorry.
you said what?
I said, don't come for me, Saucy.
Here she go. Here she go. Saucy, chill. Happy Pride. Happy Pride.
Right.
Speaking of different tastes for different folks, Friday night I wasn't really watching SmackDown this past Friday, and I somebody was saying something about shouts to Dempsey, peace. Salmon suit, AJ Styles. Really, it was a powder blue suit. But I want to know from y'all and from the chat. Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. I tried.
And I gotta, first off, happy Pride Month. This was not planned on the show, but I just want to say thank y'all so much for showing up in this chat and affirming yourself in this space.
Facts.
And I want to give a shout out to everybody that works at BRP for allowing this space for us, for me to come on and really be my authentic self in this arena. I really appreciate my folks for that. Like, oh, yes, chat, go off. Let
them know. Put some pride flags in the chat if you feel.
No, I don't like them. I don't like them.
My fault. Don't put no pride flags in the chat. DDM will fuck you up, and you ain't gonna like it.
I don't like that. Don't put that there.
I need some. Like, I feel like we slicker than that. Like, we need something slick. Like, I want to feel like I'm in the Matrix or some shit like that. I need to feel like I'm a slick ass gay. Like that rainbow flag, you like the shit clashes with my skin color. It's like just those stripes, which I'm a bigger guy, so now I look wide. It's just like I need
hit the like.
You know,
always go back to fashion. I love it.
Yeah, like that shit is tacky, yo. I need something. Then I gotta think of inventive ways. Like I got my nails for Pride, right? Because we got Pride, so I can't do no rainbow shit. But I got the Infinity Gauntlet, so I got. You can't really see.
Come close. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I did it myself.
It's the Infinity Gauntlet. Hell no. This is 3 hours in the chair. With Nick, but I got the Infinity Gauntlet nails because I was like, oh, that's Pride, but it's like slick, right? Because it's the Pride colors, but it's like the Infinity Gauntlet.
I'll kill a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? But like the Pride Gauntlet.
The Pride Gauntlet.
So,
so what would the Pride Stones be? I'm sorry.
No. So check. I'm glad you asked that. So let's go down the route. So I got the original Infinity Gauntlet colors are already in the Pride flag. So this saying is the original, just the Infinity Gauntlet. You got the Reality Stone, Soul Stone, Time Stone, and the Ether and all that shit, right? Power Stone, all that. Then on this hand, what I did was I took the colors of the trans flag, which is white, light blue, and light pink. So I got it on this finger. And then I got the black Infinity Stone, which if you're a comic book head.
I'm sorry, collecting all 5 of his wrestling husbands is funny. That's funny.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I'm sorry.
What? Oh, you want me to name my husbands on the stone?
Yes.
Okay. So we got Braun Strowman. Who else is my husband's Mimi? Who else I like? Randall. Can't forget Randall.
Drew McIntyre.
Drew. Okay, and then I got to be equal opportunity. I don't want people to think I just like white men. So we're gonna put Big E right here on the pinky.
There you go.
Okay.
You got 10 fingers.
Then we're gonna put
Trick. I don't know what you're gonna do with the
He giving boyfriend, but shit. Damn, do I only like white niggas? Shit. Oh my God.
I feel like there's one.
Your Power Bottom Stone isn't crazy. It's wow. Chat.
Who was the 5th one?
Stone Cold, because you know I love Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No, but it's the one that you.
Yeah, it's Otis.
Hell no! I love
It's Otis.
Otis is definitely the thumb.
You said Otis was husband the other day.
Otis is 100%.
Look at my husband. Look at my husband.
That is an off-camera
Oh,
hush. I don't say you in public.
my fault.
Off-camera husband is crazy.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it.
So, like you said, I was a nigga fan. I'm really a nigga.
I didn't
No,
say
I
it.
know.
Camera.
I know.
Right. This is my
I know.
off-camera.
So not Otis.
No, not
My
Otis.
fault.
No.
My fault.
Not in public. Shout out to you, Otis. Though I'm proud of you. Like, yeah.
Ain't nobody came to see you, Otis.
Nah. I used to like Karrion. I got a thing for Karrion Kross too, even though he's stale as hell and his gimmick is going nowhere. But I live for
DL Stone is crazy.
Yeah.
Power Bottom Stone is crazy. I don't know if I can name the episode that, but
Yeah, that's up there.
that's a very good title. Power Bottom Stone.
Power Bottom Stone is insanity.
That's good. So shouts to the chat. Roman Reigns shoes ain't even coming out.
My husband.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's Mimi. I can't impede on Mimi relationship.
That's
Roman Reigns is how the show ends. Roman Reigns is how the show ends.
Roman Reigns.
You were just trying something.
Jesus Christ. Is there anything else?
What about John Cena? John Cena he's got a sunroof. And,
yes, he does.
I can't, but John Cena, we're going to end it right here because I know that's going to clear them out. John Cena got the best ass in the business.
Oh.
We'll be sitting on his back.
Not when they.
Well, yeah, I mean if it's in your thing, HBK can't look at me straight, so that lets him out. I need somebody who I can look in the eye.
All right, DDM. I got to play cuz now. All right, DDM.
Shout out to you, Sean. I live though. Like I gotta be able to look you in your eyes.
The Black Rasslin. DDM said you got God like a pistol.
He said he can't look at me straight. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's anyway.
His eyes cocked like a revolver. I'm sorry.
Facts. I think the only other thing I think I want to bring up, which is kind of it's in between the AEW WWE conversation, but kind of fits with what we've been talking about. There was a report that dropped today, and I don't know how this would look because this could change a couple of things. They're saying that Penta's contract is up soon, and there's interest from WWE in Penta el Zero Miedo. Damn. God damn it.
I'm looking at BB face.
God damn it. You're not a fan of
I don't even know who you talking about. Like
Zero Miedo. So the problem is what do you do with a nigga that size?
Well, that's the thing.
Wrestles the way he does.
I'll say this because DNC Digital ads. I mean, because he is a Mex. He's probably one of the biggest and best Mexican wrestlers out there right now. I don't think you can just throw him with the other Latinos. That feels like it would be.
He not passing the physical? What's wrong with him?
Is he be on? Yeah, why wouldn't he pass the physical?
He be on drugs.
He look like he.
Oh, they don't test. They don't test for that no more.
If we're talking about weed, I wouldn't worry about that.
Nah. Weed ain't going.
Liv Morgan just caught a weed charge, and she's got a title right now. I mean, let's be for real.
Come on, Booger Sugar.
Well, again, Penta versus Andrade. That just sounds like something that you would do because they're both Spanish people. Like,
yeah, they did. They were doing that for a while and putting all the niggas together. No, I don't want. I don't think that's the thing. Can these guys exist outside of WWE? I mean, outside of just being part of a Hispanic faction.
And I feel like masked. I don't want to say wrestlers. I want to be respectful. Luchadors. Do we call them luchadors? I feel like they've not gotten their just due.
I agree.
Mysterio. And I feel like what is his name?
Dragon Lee?
No, way before Kalisto. It was Kalisto.
Mystico?
No, it was
Lucha House Party.
Oh, Sin Cara.
Sin Cara.
Sin Cara was an amazing wrestler. Like amazing. That was. I feel like I was infatuated with him in that tag team, and I felt like there were when they turned him black, when he had the black mask, shine. Like I thought we were gonna get, we were gonna get something. Right. We never got anything, and then he wound up leaving. And
but
so,
didn't he have a bunch of problems with people? I think it was a bunch of stuff around him.
Well, that's why it's fun. I kick myself for mentioning Mystico because if I'm not mistaken, it was the one dude that came in as Sin Cara. He had his issues, and then they had Mystico come up and be the second Sin Cara, and then he was like Sin Cara for a while. What's up?
Where did tattoos come from?
Exactly. Yeah, he was a totally different nigga. He just had the mask on, but. I think that's part of the problem because I mentioned Dragon Lee because I'm watching Dragon Lee. He's cutting his promo, he's doing his vignette, but he's just a dude with a mask. Like there's no real character there.
They had to come about that mask, no shade.
If I was trying to understand why is his name Dragon Lee? What does that have to do with him being masked? Like he's not even talking about any of that heritage or anything. He's just like, yo, I'm Dragon Lee and I want to wrestle. And I'm gonna wrestle you tonight at the Super. No, but like it's like there's a lack of more, and I think that's the one thing I think with a Penta, because regardless of if you know him or not, Penta's been on. He's kind of been on the underground. That's that Zero Miedo shit. The crowd go crazy for it. Go to Hog Wrestling, go to AEW, go to AAA, whatever. If they don't let him bring his personality to WWE and be that guy, I'm not saying it's a waste, but you're not getting what you should be getting from them. Shouts out to Kofi Jamal, man, for the 10 in the super chat. I never expect anything from y'all. We just sit here talking shit about wrestling for a couple hours on a Thursday night. So salute to y'all for the super chats out there.
Isn't that Shepherd Pratt money, Kofi? I'm here for it.
TNC said Del Rio had it but couldn't connect and Del Rio had issues. Del Rio had.
There's such great.
Nico became Sin Cara. Thank you, Dempsey.
I don't see it for the mask, guys.
It's. I was having that exact thought when Dragon Lee was wrestling this week. Something wasn't connecting. Something wasn't connecting.
It feels like a Kalisto situation. I felt. I feel like Kalisto was good, but I think his issue was that he was just too small.
Yeah. So that's the thing. He doesn't have that. Penta doesn't have that problem.
Right. He's
and he comes with because the kid Kittle from San Francisco does the Seattle Metal thing when he gets like first downs and whatnot.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of buzz out there.
NFL tie-in for a second.
Yeah.
But then what? Like, what's the middle of the year when it ain't nothing big coming up and you just want him to have a program?
Right.
Can he talk?
I don't know if Penta's cutting. I'm not saying that he can't speak English because I've heard him speak English in AEW, but I don't know if he's cutting a whole promo.
But just don't speak English then. Like that. The thing they just did with Charlotte Old Man was great. It was in all Spanish. It's great graphics, and he's coming across the thing he's trying to do. I liked it. I can see it going places with them explaining it, but I like them letting people cut promos in their regular language, other than trying to kind of swim through an accent.
I think also too is, while I love acknowledgement of culture, and I think that's important, but this is something that Jinder Mahal touched on post his release. And he said that everything about my character was based on, and I'm paraphrasing, right? But everything about my character was based on culture and Indian culture, Indian stereotypes. And I wasn't given a chance to do just different behavioral things. Right. Everything was based around that. And I think that is the mistake, because when I look at some of the Hispanic and Latin wrestlers, everything is based around that. And that in itself is a form of racism and prejudice, because that says that these people are not capable of delivering a storyline outside of it being a culture war or something like that. And I think that that's really problematic. And you would think, because Roman Reigns and kind of the bloodline kind of proved that the bloodline, I think, looking at it now, is an important storyline for the history of WWE, but in a totally different way, because to me, it is probably WWE's, and I'm giving the company credit, even though I know it's probably more to do with them and their nuances, but this is probably their best effort at fusing culture and good story. Because you have the Samoan, look at me saying it like that.
I like that. Samoa.
You got the Samoan.
That's how Rock say it. Samoa. That's how you say it.
You got the Samoan pieces in there, but that's just an accessory to the story. It is not the story is we are Samoan. Okay. Right. The story is a story about a family headed by a leader with intrigue, backstabbing, and things like that. It's a classic story with the culture as a backdrop, not the driving force of that story.
Right.
It's good writing. And I think that that's the mistake that they're making with LWO. It's the mistake that they're making with Santos Escobar. And they're hinging everything on Rey Mysterio, which I get it, because Rey is the recognizable IP in this case. But you're not successfully building any of those other folks, in my opinion. Zelina Vega is not being utilized well. We know that she works well as a heel. Then let her be a heel. Okay? This shit is now, her new shirt is hot, and it's not on the shop yet, and I want it. But they need to really reassess how they approach culture, especially when it comes to people of color, because Sami Zayn has his culture embedded, and they use that, but Sami Zayn isn't walking around like I'm a Muslim the whole goddamn time.
Right.
You know? And I just think it's such an injustice. And while black people in wrestling definitely have to fight for our slots, as it pertains to WWE, I feel like the Mexican people, low-key, I don't want to say anybody has it better or worse, but they are just so pigeonholed into one thing, and it's like depressing.
And the interesting part, because you can't forget like Dominic, you know what I'm saying? But you got a guy like Dominic and Ray who have been around and been around the top of things a very long time, so they've kind of figured themselves out. So they've had the opportunity to, like, if they come to you, they probably had the balls to be like, nah, I ain't doing that. Right. But we can do it this way. Right. And they've had that experience where I don't know what the level of English is with a lot of these folks. So when them guys come around and say, do X, Y, and Z, it's either or it's okay. And I don't know if that I wonder, I'll say, is there a problem or an issue with if something sucks, but they can't quite, have the back and forth with whoever's giving them creative because of that barrier language? Like, could that be an issue? You know what I'm saying? And it's always the thing we talk about with us is having somebody in that room
that can hear you and understand you. Yeah.
Somebody go get what's main man name? Your father used to be Freddie Prinze Jr. Somebody go get Freddie Prinze. We don't want that promotion, Freddie.
Right. You got to speak to the people for your people.
Just come over WWE or AEW. You come somewhere where we already watching, my nigga. You have something to give to the culture, but just, you know what I mean?
Hold the door open.
Right.
Let them inside.
Get these niggas to that bread these niggas paying.
They love bringing up Cody being half Cuban.
I keep forgetting that.
I don't.
We do.
Cody is half Cuban, and his father did used to act like a nigga. So, I mean, there's a lot of things going on in that family.
There's a lot going on.
In the family, baby, because
I
I saw it back in the day. I called it promo class, baby. And if you understood and you had a little swag and a little pep in your step as it were.
I wish I could have had like lunch or something with Dusty Rhodes because I feel like I would love him.
Where would you have had lunch with Dusty Rhodes?
Not if he was hanging out with Dick Murdoch.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, what happened with Dick Murdoch? What?
He was a clan member.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Carrier member.
Yeah.
You used to hang out with him?
That was Dusty Man. Yeah.
They were tag team. They were a tag team for a minute, right?
Yeah.
oh wow, he had a black valet. Wow, what?
No. So Dusty is from Texas. He probably had a whole bunch of friends who was racist.
Yeah.
The biggest in the clan.
Dusty Rhodes, a man of the people. Even if.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, that's funny.
Shouts to work. 200% Cody.
Oh my gosh. Yo, work is ridiculous.
On that note,
Not Dirty Dick Murdoch.
Jesus Christ, we are at the end
That
of the
was his
show.
name!
It was his name, but goddamn,
What?
we have reached the end of the
Oh,
show.
no, I ain't got that moniker.
It's only one question I can ask. Me.
Yeah.
You got a Black Rass of the week?
Dirty Dick Murdoch?
My Black Wrestler of the week is New Day.
The New Day rocks. Do you think one of them's going to be?
I've
they
been thinking about them all week. I don't know why.
Is Xavier going to jump ship to Final Destination? What's that name?
I hope not. That's such a fucking whack ass way to do that shit.
But it's something. Like
It is something.
It's something. I think you don't just let them niggas go out to pasture. Do something for them to go out. Maybe one nigga turn, they beef, they hug, make up, going on that roll credits fade to black. Gone on about it.
But not them, though. Not those dudes.
Then who?
The New Day is the Temptation.
Cookie out the cookie jar.
Temptations to fight each other, right?
Ain't nobody came to see you, Kobe.
TDM, you got a Black Rass of the week?
You already know. I'm ready for her merch to drop at some point. Miss Parker. She came out there and that goddamn wrestler. And first of all, I love a woman who can eat a bitch up. And she ate, and she low-key ate last shot too. And I was like, she ate last shot. Like she ate her up. Jada Parker wants it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she's ready. Jada Parker's ready.
She wants it. That girl wants it.
Hey, clip that.
Miss Parker.
Miss Parker. Brother Fam.
Jada Parker's the reason why DDM was talking in that lower register voice earlier in the goddamn show.
God damn it.
That nigga was in his Butch era. Anyway, I'm gonna go with Sister Willow Nightingale.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Stepping out on the town. You know what I'm saying? She stepped out on the town at
hold up.
The Dragon premiere. First of all, I didn't realize we that close to the Dragons coming back
next week, right?
I don't know how I'm gonna have to quit the podcast for a couple months.
You gotta
watch
catch up.
TV because it's Power's
back.
The Boys.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. What were we just talking about?
And I watched Doctor Who. Doctor Who.
It's a black dude now, right?
Yeah, he black and he gay, so I live. I gotta get them confused.
Umbrella Academy about to come back.
Yeah, she get ready to come back out. We,
You know what I'm saying?
We in the house all summer.
Yeah, there she go right there. Yeah.
Was that her? She was still wearing the is that Double or Nothing hair still, or that's her?
That's Double or Nothing hair.
It looks better than Double or Nothing.
She
looks good there. I like this.
Yeah, she look good. Clean. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, she look great.
Her shoes were a little bit.
My Black Rass of the week.
Shuti Gatwa is a great doctor. I love him.
That's too many consonants. It's too many consonants right there in that name. Nah, it's too many. I won't accept it. Bring another name. What's his real name? Nobody got another name for him.
No, Shooty. He was on that show, Sex Education, too, that was on Netflix that I loved. Oh my god, I love that show.
Well, what about a good regular like Brandon? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can say that.
He got like a name. What's on his birth certificate?
Ralph. He's African and British.
Shooty.
Them niggas getting all the roles, boy, ain't they?
It's a Yamin and it's like you got apostrophe in his name. Like
so
how
it's spelled Ncuti, but the
what I tell you, too many consonants.
wait, Ncuti and you said Shooty?
That nigga name is
because the N in African African names, the end is always silent.
But the CU is shoe?
The ends ain't solid around here.
My Black Rasslin of the week. God damn it. My Black Rasslin of the week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is Obafemi.
Yeah.
I like Obafemi.
That's the other husband.
Obafemi is the other husband. Yes, that's
Oba. I'm gonna have to submit. Like Oba, like my husband that I only see every 6 months because I gotta mentally prepare for him.
Obafemi, good luck this weekend. I hope you win. You retain your title. I don't know. Mimi, give us your social medias, please. I'm just.
In the fine words of Trevor, off of Church Avenue. You can find me on the Twitter machine. I'm gonna call it X.
Look how them pretty fruit them.
Look at the fruit.
What you say? That
you have the jerk chicken.
What them got there?
The rum punch. The fried chicken. The rice and peas.
He had that Beijing. He had that Beijing in that giant teeth. Where you get the giant teeth from?
The Sharpie.
Hairline. Straight along the hairline. Wait, did you see his belly pop out? I was like,
I didn't see his belly pop out. I didn't see.
I ain't had nothing to eat this week, but I was in pick.
Literally nothing to eat.
Bust up and eating the Ozempic.
Yes.
You supposed to shoot it in your stomach.
Is it Ozempic? Is that what it is?
Like the stem cells?
Like the stem cells is crazy.
Y'all leave Trevor alone, man. God dang. He going through some stuff.
A bus is crazy.
Niggas used to just buy jewelry, get you your little young piece or something, get you a crazy car. Don't do this. All right. You make
my people want to jump.
You better not jump.
This is Buster.
This is Trevor. He got more pockets on them jeans than Deadpool.
Oh. I can't understand how he's still wearing jeans like this.
How? I wonder he's at this weight because I'm so excited to see this show next month because I feel like they're gonna give what it needs to give.
What show?
Oh, Buster's never had that problem.
Missy, Buster and Sierra with Timberland.
Why's he got to do this to give it what it needs to give, though?
Yeah, Buster's never had problems before.
It's silver shoe.
He could do that.
Here you go.
I'll be honest. Buster was looking like he was about to bust. He was looking like he was about to bust. It was bad.
So at what point did that mean he got to get the Sharpie?
Yeah, I just seen Bust. I just seen Bust with Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
I just seen, and the energy was here.
No, it is there.
Right.
But
all over the stage. Did you know what you saying, yo?
On the tour, they giving production. They giving
Sharpies.
Whitney, Missy gonna have the spaceship flying through the crowd and shit. I can't wait to see this fucking show. Like,
so you lost weight to get in the spaceship?
Yeah, right. It can't fall on the stage. Is what it is.
He was looking crazy, Sam.
Trevor, I got you.
Buster look like a Funko Pop.
That's Trevor.
It's only 5 heads left.
This is Buster motherfucking Rhymes, and you're too.
Yo, you gotta. Can you pull up that tweet?
Wait. What tweet? What tweet?
Jerk chicken. The one he was talking.
Oh
shit! Hold up.
The one I sent you.
Busta Rhymes don't be playing though. Busta Rhymes security and him himself, they don't try it.
He was the security.
Remember the girl pinched his booty through the drink in her face?
Hey,
do not try.
He did do that, yeah.
Busta is not to be tried.
God,
listen, I don't know. Is it a better show in hip hop? Like
Busta Rhymes?
Yeah.
I think as far as it depends, because Tyler the Creator gives a phenomenal show.
Yes,
so, and what I mean by like I've seen Bust at like great big venues with giant screens and the smoke and the fireworks. I've seen him in small clubs. I've never seen anyone top the consistent level of energy, the amount of joints he got to do, and just the way he played to a crowd. I've never seen anyone do better at any level, because he don't need that production.
It's just him.
True. He's a flat foot. There's a saying with singers, he's a flat foot singer. Busta Rhymes is a flat foot rapper. He can give you, he's going to be a performer no matter where he at. And everybody's not like that. He is the exception to the rule. That looks terrible.
Look, that's Sharpie.
Common puts on a great show. He'll break dance and all this. Also, KRS puts on a great show. I haven't seen him with big production though.
Look at that.
Wednesday.
Yeah, that looks terrible.
If we don't get the volume, Mimi, go ahead and do it. We got over there.
Yeah, I can't do. I'm not gonna do the volume. Yeah.
You got to do it. Go ahead, Mimi. Go ahead.
You have the jerk chicken and the peas and rice right there. Open up. You have a shrimp. You have a cabbage. You have a fried chicken and a salmon. Yep, the salmon.
Split star.
What the shoes he got on?
I'm gonna be split star. Loan me $3.
Loan me $3. He still got. Is he on Ozempic? He got a belly like me.
A lot of them. Yes, look at the belly. That's the belly I was telling you about.
With the Sharpie.
Because he can fit the shirt, but
that hairline is crazy. He got on his lip.
That's how everybody use. Nah,
sweat. What's gonna happen?
Nah, sweat don't do. The sweat's fine on the beige.
Mimi.
It don't run.
Look. That's this.
It's a Sharpie, bro.
They took. Come here. Hey, don't move. I got your line up real quick. Cause look at the back of his head. Look at the line in the back of his head and how thin that is compared to the shit in the corners.
Yeah, they did. They just did a bad job. Somebody did a bad job.
That's a horrible. They ran out of paint.
They put the They put the wrong color in there.
Started doing this. Why men have started doing this?
Did he?
Philadelphia. Nah, somebody just posted like the fight for the end of your hair is usually embarrassing for most men.
Yeah.
Like the end of that fight is usually an embarrassing time.
Etched is great here.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they etched a sketch. They had
etched is a phenomenal way of describing this.
You remember when Ray Lewis had the little curly joint, but his corners was fading, so it just was like black leather in the corners, and then it was hair with the black stuff in it. Yeah, man, listen, the end of your fight for your hair is usually an embarrassing time for me.
They said he sounds like a Jamaican pirate. Do I have to?
That was very funny. I mean, that's not this ain't copyrighted stuff. I don't think.
Yeah, let me see if I can. Jamaican pirate's funny. Did Brother Fam? Did you say where they could find you on them social media?
They know. They know.
They better know.
They know.
They better know. Hold up. Can I? Let me. I'm at khal on Twitter. At Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackRasslin.com is a website. And as always, you can find Black Rasslin on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Just Google your favorite podcast. We should be there. I want to hear what Busta Rhymes sounds like as a Jamaican pirate.
Yes.
Now you hear me. Of course you hear me. I just want to repeat myself.
Yeah.
So the man am going.
Rasta pasta.
Rasta pasta.
Snapper. Steam.
Snapper.
Okra. Fried chicken.
fried
I know the name of it, sweet chili chicken.
Yeah.
So the man am going to
Yeah, man. All is food there.
Hold on.
See that? Stew chicken.
curry chicken,
And you them there.
stew chicken.
Yeah.
Look at the man them pretty up fruit.
Pretty up fruit.
Fruit punching at the place.
Punching at the face. The punching at the place.
Chef them not easy at all, you know, my boss.
Yeah.
What?
Slap way, everything slap way, you know, my boss.
Yo,
Everything
that
slapping.
that shirt is fighting for his life.
That shirt is big stretch. Stretch Armstrong ass shirt. Get out of here. With the Sharpie on top.
I feel like he got the you know how the shirts that had that bottom piece of elastic. I think that's tucked in that nigga drawers.
Facts.
It better not.
Shut up, Sam.
You
Shut up.
sneeze, that bitch go snap back. Paya!
We got the snapper. Look at me Sharpie.
Bust the motherfucking rhymes in this.
Buster, yo,
Indeed.
I fucking love it, yo. It just reminds me of home because I
It's your uncle?
literally my uncle, my brothers, all of them.
Charlie. What that Charlie? What you got in your head, Charlie?
I love it, bro. And that food is probably the best shit.
Oh
on the
yeah.
planet right
It's in gold sternos.
It looked too nice to be good though. It's supposed to look bummy. It's supposed to be tarnished on them goddamn things. The sterno, one of the sternos is supposed to work. The other
That's
sterno ain't working. You know what I mean? You don't need two of them. Just put that one in the middle.
I don't care what nobody. Gold sternos may be the name of the episode. I don't care what nobody said. Patreon.com. You say Mimi?
He said, Vince said, is he at the Night of Columbus? I say he probably is.
That he is the Knight of
The
Columbus.
wood paneling because of the wood paneling.
That's what it looks like. Somebody VFW. Yeah.
W, yeah.
What banquet hall you at right now? Bus a bus. Trevor.
Yeah, you see this shit on the wall? Yeah, he had a VFW.
It's a baby shower
Look at the waters. Wait, hold on. Look at the waters under the
on
table.
the floor. That's them goddamn. What's them Nestle waters?
YouTube.com/Black Rasslin. Watch the pod because you ain't gonna see none of this audio. That's not how audio works.
It's not. How much
Patreon.com.
weed you smoke?
Facts. You can see colors and shit. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin.
Shit, I see it.
I can smell the pasta right now. Pay the 1, pay the 10 to get content like this, but stuff that won't get us thrown off of YouTube. Shouts out to the chat. Appreciate everybody talking. If you drop some money in the collection plate, salutes to you as well. But you ain't got to do all that. We'll be back.
Mav.
Big fan. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Shouts to Brother Mav.
50 soon come.
Yeah, the shit. BRP. We're working. I hope you're ready. I really hope you're ready. I think that's all I got for this week. Shouts to y'all. It's been fun. We are past our bedtime. New Jack, please.
Yeah, the music.
That's all.
Take us out.
Like me or not, I didn't